Before we start this video, guys, I would just like to tell you that it is not made for kids. This video is also for adults to enjoy as well. Well, with that said, please enjoy the fucking video. Trick or treat, everybody. This is Liam Fitzgerald back again, and happy Halloween! It's that time of year again where we all go crazy munching on sweets and candy, dressing up in costumes, and especially watching Halloween related content. Personally, I sometimes find it difficult to actually get into the Halloween spirit, but I somehow managed to by the end of October. Isn't that strange? Well, anyway, to celebrate Halloween, I thought it would be appropriate to give you guys a special Halloween review. I know I announced that I wasn't going to do another review until December, but I said, fuck it. I really want to give you guys another review. Plus, I really want to do another Halloween video since I haven't given you guys one for almost 2 years. So today, I'm going to fix that. But now, this raises the question, what can I review for Halloween? Ooh, that's a classic. But maybe another time. Can't get into Halloween without the Teletubbies. But nah. Oh boy, this was hilarious. But not this year. Whilst I always enjoy watching the spooky episodes of Thomas and Friends, I'm gonna pass on that for now. Scooby-Doo is the king of Halloween. I would love to do a review of one of the movies, but not yet. Bob the Builder? But I already announced that I wouldn't be doing another Bob review until December. I mean, come on, is there even a Halloween themed episode I could... You know what? Screw it. We're doing it. Folks, sit back and enjoy this special Halloween review of the Season 9 Bob the Builder episode, Trix and the Bug. Let the spookiness begin! Trix and the Bug is the 13th and final episode of Season 9. We begin with Trix and Skip collecting Bob's rubbish to take to the dump. Then, Mr. Bentley arrives to assign Bob, Wendy and the Can-Do crew the task of building an outdoor cinema, to which everyone's excited about. Mr. Bentley also tells them that Mr. Costello will be setting up the film, which is called The Invasion of the Giant Bug. Meanwhile, Trix and Skip pass Spud, who is struggling to scare the crows, with Trix wishing she could help Spud. Then we cut to JJ, who sees the giant bug display material and thinks that it's a real bug. Trix gives the same reaction when she sees it too, and gets the idea of using the giant bug to help Spud scare the crows, to which it does. But it also terrifies poor Spud, who runs off in fright with Trix in pursuit. Meanwhile, production on the outdoor cinema goes smoothly, just as Mr. Costello arrives to set up the projector. When the screen is eventually hung up, Bob and Lofty head off to pick up the giant bug display, but are shocked to find the bug gone, just as Spud runs past screaming. Bob decides to find out what's going on. Trix eventually catches up to Spud, who is now cornered by the giant bug, just as Bob arrives in time to explain to Spud that it's not real. Bob then scolds Trix for taking the bug without asking, but she is forgiven when she explains to Bob why she took it in the first place. And this spooky episode draws to a close with everyone watching the premiere of The Invasion of the Giant Bug. Wow, what a way to end the classic series of Bob the Builder. Trix and the Bug is without a doubt one of the most thrilling episodes of the classic series. First off, can we just talk about how intense this episode is? I don't think there's ever been an episode of Bob the Builder that has successfully managed to scare me. And yes, I did used to be scared of this episode as a child, but can you blame me? Look at these visuals, look at that bug, listen to the freaking music! That's already enough to scare someone. But you know what? I love it. I'm honestly one of those people who aren't into horror genre films because I get scared quite easily in terms of murder, blood, or even jump scares. So I stay clear of those type of films. But even growing up, certain episodes or elements of shows really spooked me as a kid, such as Stepney Gets Lost, the smelter scene in Thomas and the Magic Railroad, certain episodes of Courage the Cowardly Dog, this scene from the Rugrats movie, and I cannot forget The Lion and the Bear from the Teletubbies. However, that one isn't really much of a surprise, honestly. But that giant bug seen in this episode scared the daylights out of me. I mean, look at it! It looks so realistic. You can't blame Spud for feeling frightened of it. How would you feel if a giant bug started chasing you? Pretty startling, isn't it? While it's unknown if this was supposed to be a Halloween-themed episode, I've always considered it to be one because it truly spooked me. And the fact they were able to get away with using that monstrous bug in that film really impresses me. Okay, moving away from the spooky stuff. Now let's talk about Trix herself. Trix is truly one of my favourite side characters in this franchise. Her personality is a combination of muck, dizzy and scrambler. And while she does have a habit of making mistakes, her heart is always in the right place. And that's what she shows in this episode. We know that she's wrong for taking the giant bug without permission, but she was only doing it to help Spud out. Speaking of which, this is one of the rare occasions where it's not Spud who's causing trouble. And that's honestly a nice change. The plotline of this episode is very similar to the season 6 episode Trix's Tiles, where she again does something wrong, but for a good reason. I really like Trix as a character, and I'm so bummed that we didn't see more of her in the other episodes. I mean, later on, we would just see her model recolored with a different name. This is also Trix's final appearance in the show, and boy, it was a great one to go out on. Let's have a moment of silence for Trix. If there was anything that made me laugh in this episode, it was the reactions to the bug. Between JJ, Trix and Spud, JJ's reaction was the one that made me die with laughter. Just watch.
Yikes! For a second there, I thought you were real. You're not, are you?
The fast camera zooms, the intense music, and JJ's reaction had me howling with laughter. And the chase scene between Trix and Spud gave me strong Scooby-Doo vibes since that's known for its chases. One thing that raised my curiosity though was, what happened to Skip? After the scene where he and Trix talk to Spud, he's not seen again for the rest of the episode. Knowing him, he was probably dawdling again. This is another episode that fans truly love, and it's again included on these 2 compilation DVDs. I could tell the people doing this episode had a blast animating it, especially that movie sequence at the end. Such a thrilling way to end the classic series of Bob the Builder. And that truly covers all my thoughts on Trix and the Bug. A well-written episode, loads of intense thrills, and a great finale to the classic era of Bob the Builder. This episode is always included in my Halloween watch list, and I never get tired of watching it repeatedly. I love it so much that I'm going to give Trix and the Bug a 10 out of 10. What about you guys? Did you enjoy Trix and the Bug as much as I did? Feel free to comment your thoughts down below. Coppa can go fuck themselves with this blocking comments crap. Thank you guys so much for watching this Halloween review. It felt great to do one again. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys back here in December where we'll take a look at Bob's White Christmas. I'm Liam Fitzgerald, and once again, Happy Halloween!